channel. My name is Mark. This is the Lapidary Dungeon, and today we're gonna cut up a little piece of this Montana Agate. Now, if you've watched this channel, I picked up this Montana Agate at the Tooele Gym Show a few weeks ago, and channel supporter Uperman said that I should make a video cutting this up and showing a reaction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it up. I got the tile saw set up over here. I've got the Hitachi blade that I just bought. I figure why not try to cut this hard Montana Agate with that Hitachi blade and just see how good it goes. Maybe it's not going to go very good at all. I don't know. I generally don't cut slabs on this tile saw anymore. I used to when it was the only saw I had, but that was years ago when it was the only saw I had. So I'm going to be playing around with cameras. We're going to try to get a lot of different angles and keep it interesting. And we'll make a cut and determine if we want to keep cutting. If it doesn't cut, well, then the video probably won't happen. I don't know. We'll see. But if it cuts decent enough and we can get a slice off that maybe we can make a cab, maybe that'll be part of the video as well. So stay tuned and we'll see what happens. Right, so that cut all right. It was a little bit slow cutting, which, you know, you kind of have to expect that. It's a really, really hard material. You know, I can probably try to get a slice off of this, one side or the other. Maybe we can make something out of it. Not a bad looking agate, I guess. First Montana agate I've ever cut. I like the black in it. When I selected it, I saw, you know, the whatever inclusion the black is. And I thought, yeah, I want one that has at least some character. So, pretty cool. I think we're going to cut this one. So we want to use this item, our fence. And I don't want to cut them too thick. Just about right there, maybe. What do we got? We got a pair of pliers. Don't expect any cuts that you make with a tile saw to be perfect. Not like a oil bath slab saw in any way, shape, or form. It looked smooth enough, but compared to a worn in lapidary blade on a slow feed oil saw, it really isn't going to compare. So let's go ahead and see about getting this slice. Maybe it'll be usable. Doesn't want to cut. Just put a little scratch in it, really. Yeah, this is why I don't cut agate. Going to do it. So I guess we have our answer. It's not too good of an idea to try to cut agates on that tile saw blade. Feels pretty smooth. So take off my headphones so that I can hear what I'm saying a little better. All right, so this was not sold as a porcelain blade, but as a tile blade. Ceramic tiles are typically fairly soft compared to porcelain tiles. Porcelain tile can be as hard as any agate. You know, it can be 7 quite easily. And so let me put on a porcelain blade and see if it'll chew through it. I mean, it's not going to be as pretty, but maybe it'll chew through it. So let me do that. So I can keep the GoPro rolling for a minute. Change out this blade. See what happens. Now, as far as I remember, this was a porcelain cutting, tile saw blade. We'll see if it can make a cut in this agate. Alright, we don't have a whole lot of water. Well, I'll go ahead and fill up the water, I guess. Let's try this again with this other blade. Blew out there at the end, but we did finish the cut, and it's fractured. Yeah, that's the first thing I typically do, is I try to break it anyway, because I don't want to make a cabochon that's going to have weakness in it. So there might be a good cab right there. Could be a cabochon in there. The other piece. Kind of got some fractures in it. All right, let's clean up this little nub and see if we can get another slice. Right. So you may be better off just buying some cheap $10 or $20 porcelain blades. Sure is broken up. But there might be a little cabin there, a little cabin here, you know. Let's go with one more cut. So I'm trying to show you the condition of the cut. The saw marks, as you can see, you know, that's the kind of cut that you're going to get with a tile saw. Handheld type cuts. You know, which is fine, but an oil saw is much finer. Let me see if I can find a piece of agate that's been cut on an oil saw. So this is a Moroccan ghost agate, and I picked this one because it's probably of similar hardness, kind of a clearish agate. Just trying different ways to try to get light to bounce off the surface, to get that contrast. Maybe try over here. Anyway, this was cut on an oil bath saw, and you know, depending on the blade, the condition of the blade, the condition of the arbor, the condition of the bearings and the alignment of the saw, all of these things can affect how smooth of a final cut you will find on your agates. But if you want consistent, beautiful cuts, I firmly believe that an oil bath saw is what you want. You know, you can glue this to a stick of wood and then stick that in your vise and get some nice cuts on that. Same with this piece right there. Well, I just don't know if I'm really seeing anything that's that I want a cab in there. You know, I could make a little cab, but nothing. I'm not seeing anything that compels me to say, Mark, you need to make a cab of that, because that's $25 sitting there. I mean, I might end up tumbling this stuff just to do something with it. All right, that's all. My name's Mark. This is the Lapidary Dungeon, channel name Camp Lapidary. Please hit that like button. If you enjoyed this or any other content that I've ever made, maybe consider subscribing. Thanks a lot. Bye.